worldwide on the and recording this on the net on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page for future rebroadcasts. Mike and Rochelle have got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. N9GBP, Greg and Robert have got you checked in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more short time? No. We're not doing that. We're done with that. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED, Cary and Rockford.
KD9MED, Cary and Rockford. Got you checked in, Cary. Will get back to you in a few minutes roundtable, and thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, we had a good turnout from Northern Illinois. Let's see if we can just get a good turnout from Southern Wisconsin. 8 stations in Southern Wisconsin would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
K9GO, Darling, Wisconsin, we're pretty close to it.
AC9GO, Larry and Roger, got you checked in, and Larry, don't worry about we are not a formal net. This isn't a formal net, so that don't make no difference. So glad you're checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Okay, any stations in Southern Wisconsin want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Okay, well, no check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. Well, there's a reason for that. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, or tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, bullhead, northern pike, walleye, muskie, or crappie. It is Friday Night Fish Fry Night in Wisconsin. And I see Culver's is starting to advertise their fish fries on the TV. They've done away with the chicken advertisements for a while. After Easter, they'll go back to it. So, okay. Those of you in the Milwaukee area, you need your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Of course, you cheese lovers receive some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay, at this time, all right, at this time, I'll take check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. So I also want to mention the lakes in Wisconsin are still frozen, so I'm sure many of you guys will go up to do some ice fishing there. You take your generators, your beer, your food, and your TV, and your shanties there, and good luck on your fishing there. Okay, I guess any stations from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin, the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, I got some traffic to pass along here. We're in the traffic portion of that now. Richard, N9CO in Belvedere has tickets for the upcoming Sandwich Ham Fest. That takes place on Sunday, May 1st, very first day of May, or May Day. So if you're not doing anything on that day, go to the Sandwich Ham Fest. If you want the ticket, contact Richard N9CO at area code 815-547-8686. Repeat, area code 815-547-8686 if you want tickets for the upcoming Sandwich Ham Fest on Sunday, May 1st. Also, tomorrow morning, there was a VE testing session will take place tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. at the fire station in Stillman Valley. If you want more information, contact KD9MED down in Ogle County. He'll give you some more information. Again, VE testing session tomorrow morning, commencing at 9 a.m. They'll run from 9 a.m. until noon at the Stillman Valley Fire Station. If you want more information, contact KD9MED down in the Ogle County. We'll do in a little while here. We'll be doing Friday Night Fun Net trivia. So hopefully those of you who are going to take your test down at Stillman Valley tomorrow morning will pass. All right. Let me reset. Okay, one more piece of traffic. National Weather Service Quad Cities office will be holding an in-person weather spotter class on Monday, March 28th, starting at 6:30 p.m. at Highland Community College Student Conference Center, Building Aitchison Hotel, room 201. The class starts at 6:30 p.m. and runs to 8:30 p.m. They'll be serving refreshments, coffee, donuts, cookies, what the punch and what have you. You see lots of slides, videos, and presentations, and what have you. You do not have to pre-register, but when you get to the class here, make sure you sign in. Again, National Weather Service Quad Cities will be presenting an in-person weather spotter class Monday, March 28th at 6:30 p.m. at Highland Community College Student Conference Center, Building Aitchison Hotel, room 201. You do not have to pre-register, but do come. When you come, please sign in. Some of the ham radio operators in Rockford have came over to our weather spotter class. They say it's a lot better than what Chicago Romeoville puts on. So I don't know when Chicago Romeoville will be putting on their weather spotter classes, but it don't matter. You come over here to Freeport. Okay, that's all the traffic I have. Does anybody else have any traffic they'd like to pass along at this time? All right. Let's go with the round table. I don't have a topic tonight, so we'll get, like I said, anybody have any suggestions for a topic for the net, please let me know. W9JTC, Jamie and Robert, what's going on with you? How was your trip to Sycamore, and what's the news?
Oh, good evening there, Jimmy. Well, we didn't end up going today. Not because of the weather. It just she didn't feel well enough to go, so we just rescheduled. So we won't know, but I think she's still making some good progress. It seems like we're moving forward, at least. That's the way I feel about it. And therapist comes again next week, so yeah, she said she just wanted to take the weekend off, and her shoulder's been bothering her, so she didn't want to try to get up and down them stairs because it's just too difficult. So I told her, I said, that's fine, we'll reschedule. So did do some snow blowing today, got the driveway cleared off this morning down to pavement, and it's already dry, so I feel like I got something accomplished today, besides cleaning the office up a little bit. Anyway, Jimmy, that's all I've got. You know, for good topics, you could bring up, like, microphones, if you ever use different microphones, what kind of radio equipment you have. You probably covered some of these, I don't know. These are just things off the top of my head, or different antennas you've tried at your UTH or out in the field. Just a couple of ideas that just come flying off the top of my head. So hopefully one or a couple of those might help you out there, Jimmy. Anyway, back to you, W9JTC.
Sounds good, Jamie. Justin, K9FDO, called me on the phone. He called me Sunday. This past Sunday, was telling me he wanted to get my mailing address, because he's going to ship that microphone. That I'm going to be getting a desk mic here. He called me on the phone today. He had said he checked it out. It's in Palatine. He said I probably should get it tomorrow. And it's a desk mic. It has a connector for the Yaesu FDM 100. So, but I had to have someone come over and take that panel off that front part of it, off that Yaesu radio, so they can disconnect the hand mic and install the desk mic. But that's going to be next Friday night. You'll probably be hearing me on my new desk mic connected to my Yaesu FDM 100. Sounds good, Jamie. Thank you very much for checking in there. So, okay. I forgot. We got, we'll do the TechNet in a few minutes here. Thank you for checking. AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, what's going on with you?
Oh, not much happening here. I did the same thing, went out and cleared the snow off the drive this morning. Had a couple of interesting contacts this week. I was working the parks as usual, and I worked a park in Ohio, and we were both running 5 watts, and we had 5 7s both ways, so I thought that was pretty good. Another unusual one, I heard the station running a park at Governor Dodge Park, which isn't that far away, and usually I can't hear anything short distances. And I found out the reason I was hearing him so well at that short of a distance, he was using a dipole, a 40-meter dipole, 3 feet off the ground. So his signal must have been bouncing off the ground and going straight up. Maybe that would be something for a topic. People that have had any interesting contacts or unusual contacts or memorable contacts, anything like that. AC9NW, back to net.
Sounds good there, Tom. Something to think about that. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking in. Mike, K9MED, down Rochelle. What's going on with you?
Hi, Jimmy. Mike here in Rochelle. Well, been working a lot, coming home, relaxing when I can. Been working on some music lately with my bass guitar and a little bit of studio work, not too much. Radio-wise, just looking forward to the Friday Night Fun Net and getting anxious for some nice weather. KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, son, that sounds good, Mike, and thank you for all you're doing too. I sure appreciate what you do there and live streaming this net on the internet and recording it for replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Thanks, Mike, for checking in. N9TBP, Greg and Rockford, what's going on with you?
Well, not a whole lot here, Jimmy. Didn't make my trip down to LaSalle today to celebrate my uncle's birthday because they said the weather was nasty coming up from where they were at, so I guess we're going to reschedule that. So, trying to think. Not a whole lot else going on here. So, I'll say 73 and back to you.
Sounds good, Greg. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, that's the way it goes with the weather. It's kind of iffy. You can't really plan on anything anymore. So, okay, sounds good. Well, thank you for checking in. Hope you have a good evening, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll probably catch you on the Monday night rah-rah info net. Thank you for checking in. Okay, Gary, KD9MED, what is going on with you?
This is KD9MED. Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Well, you remember last week I told you I had blown out my RS-35A power supply on Thursday, and the new one came in on Sunday. I ordered an SS50, a switcher this time, and it works really, really good. It's dinky, it's light, and it doesn't even get hot. I'm really happy with it so far, and it doesn't cause RFI or birdie problems like the bad reviewers say. A brief reset. Conditions continue to be excellent for DX on most bands now, 40 on up. every day is DX day now, and it just I've been doing FT8 now for almost 2 years, and I've never been as excited as I am about it now because I jump out of bed and it's the first thing I want to do. It's so exciting. I'll have something for you on the DX corner. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry. Hey, thank you for checking in. Glad you got that new power supply working for you. So, okay, well, you get back to you in a few minutes with your DX report. Thank you for checking in. AC9GO, Larry and Roxton, what's going on with you?
Hey, good evening, Jimmy and Nanette. Oh, everything's going pretty good up here. Had to go out and blow out some snow in the driveway, but it was only, I don't know, maybe a couple inches. But anyhow, it looked pretty. It really did. When you looked outside and saw the white snow covering up all the dirty ground, or I should say bare ground, it did look very nice. And just for Jamie's information, I've probably tried just about every kind of antenna there is. And the one that I'm enjoying the most right now is my in-fed half-wave. I find out that I can do better with 100 watts of that than I was doing on a dipole with 1,000. So I'm really kind of enjoying that. Hope that it keeps up. Anyhow, stay safe out there, everybody, and we'll catch you on down the log. 73 AC9GO.
Okay, Larry, that sounds good. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend, too. We'll definitely catch you on the Monday Night Net this coming Friday night. Okay. What am I saying? Monday Night Net this coming Monday night. Oh, boy. I don't know what's going on here, folks. Okay, that concludes my list. If we have any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. I'll tell you what, I almost forgot to do. We forgot to do the W9UIJ Carl's Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Carl Larson, W9UIJ. When the old Tuesday evening TechNet was on the air, Carl, we had a segment called Carl's Corner. He read stuff about propagation, electrical principles, theory, and what have you there. This is the technical portion, the TechNet portion, and we renamed it in honor of Carl, W9UIJ. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? Well, we're happy to say that Kerry got his resolved. What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Do you have technical questions? Please feel free to ask him, and we'll see if we can answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions at this time? Okay. Now, let's move on to the W9 Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan. W9TD, the king of DX. Every time you check into this net, you always had a DX report to pass along. Okay, Kerry, KD9MED, you had to go ahead with your report, please.
This is KD9MED. Well, since I got my new power supply, since the last time I talked to you, I've done 63 QSOs, new stations outside the USA, covering 27 different countries. Unfortunately, no new countries for you this week, Jimmy. The big ones that got away, Tanzania was 5H3EE, and Armenia came in real strong one time this morning. But I wasn't able to make the QSO with them. Brief reset. Most interesting one was UR5 FSP/MM on 40 meters. He's a Marine mobile. His name's Alexei. He's on an ore carrier called the Cape Apollo, and even though he's a Ukrainian, his ship operates in the Yellow Sea between Japan and China. Brief reset. Little tip for you guys, if you haven't noticed already, early in the mornings on 40 meters, there's lots of traffic from Japan and Oceania. You get lots of traffic from Australia, Philippines, Indonesia, New Zealand, and the islands there in the South Pacific. Early in the mornings on 40. I've tried as early as 4 a.m. and even earlier than that, it's probably pretty good. But like this morning at 8 a.m., it was good. So check it out. KD9MED.
Thank you for that DX report there, Gary. We sure appreciate. Yeah, with the situation in Ukraine, you probably will not be hearing any, be able to make any contacts. Sad to report. People, please pray for the people of Ukraine. They're going to need all the blessings and the help you can give them. It's a sad situation in there. The first war in Europe since World War II. Please keep the people of Ukraine in your thoughts and prayers. So that's probably won't be any contacts with that country on the handbag, sad to say, but please keep in your thoughts and prayers anyway.
I am, as of today, I am still seeing Ukrainian call signs on FT8. That means maybe one of two things. It either means that hams there are defying the ban, or there may be spoofers. There may be Russians operating spoofed Ukrainian stations. Hard to know what it means. But FT8 is just pinging anyway. We're not exchanging state secrets or anything. I wish the Ukrainians the best of luck in this. It's a tragedy, and I hope it doesn't go any further than this. KD9MED.
I hear you 100% there, Kerry. Hey, thank you for checking in, bringing in that DX report there. This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Okay, let's go ahead with the swap net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to the hobbies of RAM trading or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or possession of the persons who wants to get rid of stuff. May mention prices over the air, but any haggling should be done either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic they'd like to pass along? Okay, we have a swap net portion during the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Net, and of course Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater. PL 114.8 plus all said, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFD, and I share the duties of the net control station. Our swap net runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to all traffic is handled. Mel, K9RFD, the trustee of the 39 repeater, brings us amateur radio news line. 15-minute independent news broadcast devoted entirely to amateur radio. Okay. Are there any more stations who just joined us like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. I gotta get my, let me get my papers put away here. I hate to have a cluttered up desk if you know what I mean. Alright. Alright, that's enough of that. Any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, now we're going to do Friday Night Fun trivia. Let me repeat, there will be a VE testing session tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at the fire station in Stillman Valley. It will get underway at 9 a.m. and it will go until 12 noon. Bring your PIN number with you and make sure you sign your FCC at 605 form and or what have you. If you want more information, contact KD9IGB down in Ogle County. I'm sure he'll probably fill you in on what the particulars are. So, for the benefit of those who may be listening on the scanners, we're going to take the test down in Stillman Valley tomorrow morning. I read the questions from ARRL's Text, General, and Execute books. A lot of people listen to the Friday Night Fun Net because they can't on scanners because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless they have a very expensive digital scanner. And a lot of people listen just for the enjoyment of it. So that's about it there. So. Okay, we're going to move on to the first question. I'm trying to avoid questions which I read last week. So, all right. First question. Now, by the way, let's not depend on one or two or three people to answer these questions. If you know them, please answer them. Come out and give the correct answer. So, okay. So we give everybody a chance here. What term is commonly used to describe the rapid fluttering sound sometimes heard from mobile stations that are moving while transmitting? A. Flip-flopping. B. Picket fencing. C. Frequency shifting. D. Pulsing. What term is commonly used to describe the rapid fluttering sound sometimes heard from mobile stations that are moving while transmitting? A. Flip-flopping. B. Picket fencing. C. Frequency shifting. D. Pulsing. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9MED. Let's go with picket fencing there, Jimmy.
Okay, Mike, you are correct. You are correct. What term is commonly used to describe the rapid fluttering sound sometimes heard from mobile stations that are moving while transmitting? Correct answer is B. Bravo, picket fencing. Because dead spots from multiplied paths are usually spaced about 1/2 wavelength apart, VHF or UHF signals from a station in motion can take on a rapid variation in strength known as mobile flutter or picket fencing. AM radio license manual 4, page 4-3. Okay, how does the wavelength of a radio wave relate to its frequency? A. The wavelength gets longer as the frequency increases. B. The wavelength gets shorter as the frequency increases. C. There is no relationship between wavelength and frequency. D. The wavelength depends on the bandwidth of the signal. How does the wavelength of a radio wave relate to its frequency? A. The wavelength gets longer as the frequency increases. B. The wavelength gets shorter as the frequency increases. C. There is no relationship between wavelength and frequency. D. The wavelength depends on the bandwidth of the signal. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED likes B. Bravo.
You are correct, Gary. You are correct. How does the wavelength of a radio wave relate to its frequency? Correct answer is B. Bravo. the wavelength gets shorter as the frequency increases. Because the radio waves travel at a constant speed, oh, that one is massive. I'm going to skip the discussion. Going to move on to another question here. All right. Okay. Which of the following bands may provide long-distance communications during the peak of the sunspot cycle? A. 6 or 10 meter bands. B. 23 centimeter band. C. 70 centimeter or 1.25 meter bands. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following bands may provide long-distance communications during the peak of the sunspot cycle? A. 6 or 10 meter bands. B. 23 centimeter band. C. 70 centimeter or 1.25 meter bands. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, I'm going to read the question and give the correct answer. Which of the following bands may provide long-distance communications during the peak of the sunspot cycle? Correct answer is A alpha, 6 or 10 meter bands. We'll move on to another one here. Okay. What is the ability to store energy in a magnetic field called? A. Admittance. B. Capacitance. C. Resistance. D. Inductance. What is the ability to store energy in a magnetic field called? A. Admittance. B. Capacitance. C. Resistance. D. Inductance. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
We'll go with D, inductance, KD9MED.
You are. By the way, this is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. You are correct, Mike. What is the ability to store energy in a magnetic field called? Correct answer is D delta, inductance. Storing energy in a magnetic field is called inductance, and it is measured in henries, or H. Henry to last manual page 3-9. We'll find another. Okay. What electrical component is used to connect or disconnect electrical circuits? A. Magnetron. B. Switch. C. Thermistor. D. All of these choices are correct. What electrical component is used to connect or disconnect the electrical circuits? A. Magnetron. B. Switch. C. Thermistor. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
K9GDY.
K9GDY, go ahead.
Answer B, switch.
You are correct. What electrical component is used to connect or disconnect electrical circuits? Correct answer is B Bravo, switch. Switches and relays controls current through a circuit by connecting and disconnecting paths for current to follow. I am Radio Last Man, page 3-13. KD9DDY, what's going on with you?
Just got in for the evening, met up with some old friends there, but anyway, yeah, I bought a table there at the Jefferson Ham Fest coming up for March 27th, so it's going to be the SKCC table, so if anybody's out there that's SKCC members going to the Jefferson Ham Fest on the 27th, stop in and sign the sheet and get a pin, and
And anyway, I'll be up there, and so that's really about it. I'm going to be participating in the Wisconsin QSO party too on the 13th of March, and that's pretty much everything going forward. So back to you there, Jimmy. KC8 GCR, KD9GDY, Jim on the north side of Beloit.
K9GDY, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun, and enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. And yes, the Jefferson Ham Fest is on. There was kind of a snafu, something like that, something that the fairgrounds have put out. They don't know what happened, but that's been resolved now. So the Jefferson Ham Fest will take place on Sunday, March 27th at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds. Okay. Thank you very much for reminding me of that, Jim. Okay, let's continue on with the trivia segment. If I can find the right question here, one moment, please. Okay. Okay. I don't know how many of you work satellite communications, but I'm going to read this question anyway. Which of the following are inputs to a satellite tracking program? A, the weight of the satellite. B, the Keplerian elements. C, the last observed time of zero Doppler shift. D, all of these choices are correct. Which of the following are inputs to a satellite tracking program? A, the weight of the satellite. D, the Keplerian elements. C, the last observed time of zero Doppler shift. All of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED. Let's go with the Keplerian data.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. Which of the following are inputs to a satellite tracking program? Correct answer is B, Bravo, the Keplerian elements. That's a mouthful. All right. Okay. Which of the following connectors is most suitable for frequencies above 400 megahertz? A, UHF PL259 or /SO239 connector. B, a type N connector. C, an RS213 connector. D, a DB25 connector. Which of the following connectors is used suitable for frequencies above 400 megahertz? A, UHF PL259 /SO239 connector. B, a type N connector. C, an RS213 connector. D, a DB25 connector. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9MED here. Let's go with A alpha, the SO239.
Sorry, Mike, that's not correct. Thank you for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot? All right, I'm going to read the question and give the correct answer. Which of the following connectors is most suitable for frequencies above 400 megahertz? Correct answer is B, Bravo, a type N connector. Above 400 megahertz, the type N connectors are used because of their low loss and controlled impedance. And read the last manual, page 4-18. I'd like to read as many technical questions as I can, because I'm sure some of the new people down in Ogle County are taking their first ham radio license test, and when they go to the test at the Stillman Valley Fire Station tomorrow, that's probably what they're going to do. So, okay, let's... Okay. All right, just a minute. Hold on. All right. What are the toughest questions in the Tech General and Extra Q&A book? Your tower questions, of course. Those of you who are taking their technician's test down at Sylvan Valley tomorrow morning, so you new listeners listening, someday you're going to be involved in a tower climbing crew. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of a ground support crew. Those of you who are taking the test tomorrow, this next question might, if they read this, might put you over the top as far as getting your technician's license. Okay, here we go. Under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without a helper or observer? A, when no electrical work is being performed. B, when no mechanical work is being performed. C, when the work being done is not more than 20 feet above the ground. D, never. Under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without a helper or observer? A, when no electrical work is being performed. B, when no mechanical work is being performed. C, when the work being done is not more than 20 feet above the ground. D, never. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Those of you who climb towers should know the answer to this one by heart.
9 GD1.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Sir, I think it was D, never.
Never is right. You are correct, Jim. You are correct. Under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without a helper or observer? Correct answer is D, Delta. Never. Having a ground crew is important. Avoid climbing alone wherever possible because it's never safe. If you do climb alone, take along a handheld radio. A ground crew should have enough members to do the job safely, including rendering aid if necessary. AM radio license manual page 9-20. Okay, we're going to move on to the general portion of the Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. But before we do we have any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? If you're coming over your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show, if you just turn your radio on, or if you've been copying the mail for the last 55 minutes, this is your chance to check the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With drop traffic, please call K9 GCF. Okay, let's move ahead with the general portion of the Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. Those of you who are taking the test tomorrow down to Stillman Valley, studying for your first ham radio license, good luck. Let's hope you all pass. We need more people, new blood in this hobby. That's all there is to it. All right, first question in the general portion. When choosing a transmitting frequency, what should you do to comply with good amateur practice? A, ensure that the frequency and mode selected are within your license class privileges. B, follow generally accepted band plans agreed to by the amateur radio community. C, monitor the frequency before transmitting. D, all of these choices are correct. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Don't worry, at this time next Friday night, I'll be using my new desk mic. Okay, I'll read this question one more time. When choosing a transmitting frequency, what should you do to comply with good amateur practice? A, ensure that the frequency and mode selected are within your license class privileges. B, follow generally accepted band plans agreed to by the amateur radio community. C, monitor the frequency before transmitting. D, all of these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
K9EPZ. Gee.
Go ahead, Al.
D is in Delta.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. When choosing a transmitting frequency, what should you do to comply with good amateur practice? A. Ensure that the frequency and mode selected are within your license class privileges. B. Follow generally accepted band plans agreed to by the amateur radio community. C. Monitor the frequency before transmitting. Well, the correct answer is, like Al said, D Delta. All of these choices are correct. Choosing this question really should be put into the tech Q&A, tool by right. Choosing a frequency is straightforward. Be sure the frequency is authorized to general class licensees. Follow the band plan under normal circumstances, and listen on that frequency to avoid interfering with ongoing communications. 97.101A, General Class License Manual, page 2-4. Alright. Okay, those of you who work CW should know the correct answer to this question by heart. What is the best speed to use when answering a CQ in Morse code? A. The fastest speed at which you are comfortable copying, but no slower than the CQ. B. The fastest speed at which you are comfortable copying, but no faster than the CQ. C. At the standard calling speed of 10 WPN. D. At the standard calling speed of 5 WPN. What is the best speed to use when answering a CQ in Morse code? A. The fastest speed at which you are comfortable copying, but no slower than the CQ. B. The fastest speed at which you are comfortable copying, but no faster than the CQ. C. At the standard calling speed of 10 WPN. D. At the standard frequency calling speed of 5 WPM. Anybody correct answer this question?
K9 GDY.
Go ahead, Jim.
B. What you're comfortable with, but no faster than the CQ.
You are correct, Jim. You are correct. What is the best speed to use when answering a CQ in Morse code? Correct answer is B Bravo. The fastest speed at which you are comfortable copying, but no faster than the CQ. An operator calling CQ is assumed to be sending at a speed at which he or she feels comfortable receiving. Responding at a significantly higher speed is impolite and may be embarrassing to the other operator if they are unable to copy your response. If you are uncomfortable responding at the sending station's speed, send at the highest rate at which you are comfortable receiving. It is good practice to respond to calling stations at their sending speed if it is significantly slower. General Class License Manual, page 2-13. Now, there are 3 CW practice sessions during the week. Mondays, immediately on this repeater, immediately following the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Nest around 7:15 or so. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, immediately following the Tuesday and Thursday Health and Tech Nets at 7 p.m. on the 147-195 repeater. Larry, K9KCT, the king of CW, conducts all these code practices. So be sure you listen. Even if you don't know Morse code, please feel free to listen. You might learn something. Okay, I'm trying to repeat this now. All right. Okay. Which of the following applies when selecting a frequency for lowest attenuation when transmitting on HF? A. Select a frequency just below the MUF. B. Select a frequency just above the LUF. C. Select a frequency just below the critical frequency. D. Select a frequency just above the critical frequency. Which of the following applies when selecting a frequency for lowest attenuation when transmitting on HF? A. Select a frequency just below the MUF. B. Select a frequency just above the LUF. C. Select a frequency just below the critical frequency. D. Select a frequency just above the critical frequency. Anybody correct to answer this question? All right. Which of the following applies when selecting a frequency for lowest attenuation when transmitting on HF? Correct answer is A alpha. Select a frequency just below the MUF. Ionospheric absorption attenuation is lowest just below the maximum usable frequency, MUF. Use a frequency just below the MUF for the higher received signal strength. General Class License Manual, page 8-10. What is an advantage of a digital voltmeter as compared to an analog voltmeter? A. Better for measuring computer circuits. B. Better for RF measurements. C. Better precision for most uses. D. Faster response. What is an advantage of a digital voltmeter as compared to an analog voltmeter? A. Better for measuring computer circuits. B. Better for RF measurements. C. Better precision for most uses. D. Fast response. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. Okay, what is an advantage of a digital voltmeter as compared to an analog voltmeter? Correct answer is C, Charlie. Better precision for most uses. A digital voltmeter displays measurements of voltage, currents, and resistance in numeric form instead of using a moving needle and a fixed scale. That results in significantly better precision than an analog meter. Analog meters, however, may be a better choice for adjusting a circuit for maximum and minimum values because the needle movement is easier to see than it is to evaluate changes of a numeric display. General Class License Manual, page 4-41. I think that's going to do it for Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. I want to thank everybody for participating. Okay, those of you who are taking to listen to this net on the scanner, those of you who are going to take your the test down at the Stillman Valley tomorrow morning, good luck, especially those of you who are studying for your first ham radio license, and may you all pass. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, at this time, just a minute. put my magnifying glass away. Okay, at this time, I don't know if there's any good DX, is there any DX contest this weekend or not, or any QSO parties. But I'm gonna read the DX Code of Conduct and also the contesters' Code of Ethics. Okay, DX Code of Conduct. 1. I will listen and then listen again before calling. 2. I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3. I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4. I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5. I will wait for the DX station to end a contact before I call. 6. I will always send my full call sign. 7. I will for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8. I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9. I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign, not like mine. 10. I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11. When the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12. I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. 13. I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. And here's an addition that Kerry, KD9MED, suggested this. So I put down number 14. Number 14, I will send a QSL card to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX Code of Conduct. Okay, now I will read the contester. Now I will read the contester's Code of Ethics. 1. I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2. I will obey the rules for amateur radio in my country. C. I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call sign / exchange errors. 4. I will accept the judging and scoring decisions of the contest sponsor as final. 5. I will adhere to the DX Code of Conduct in my operating style. 6. I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activity. 7. I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the contester's Code of Ethics. I'll tell you what Rick K9QDP said when I first read them. You know, he may be right too. He said if everybody observed the DX Code of Conduct and the contester's Code of Ethics, he may not be able to make 8 contacts. Okay. All right, let me stand by. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I was putting my papers away here, so I have a clean desktop here. Any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to I'm going to let everybody know about all the different nets we have in the area. In about 45 minutes, at 10 o'clock, if you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset to the CFMC 440 machine, Night Watch net will be getting underway. That net runs 7 nights a week. It runs from 10 p.m. or until who knows when, either till 11 p.m. or 11:30 or 12 midnight. This being Friday night, I don't know how many check-ins they'll get. I think they have a lot of activities going on with that club on Friday night. Okay, just hold on here. What did I do with my paperwork here? All right. Okay, here we go. Well, I'll be glad when that new desk mic comes. Okay, the Lunch Bunch net is held every day, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 12 noon and 1 p.m. A swap net is held at 12:30 p.m. It's on the 145.430 DuPage County Repeater, and it's in Downers Grove, Illinois. That has a PL 107.2 minus offset. W9DUP DuPage County Repeater. This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Are there any more stations who wish to check in at this time? Please call now. Okay, tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock, if you're able to pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, the PL 127.3 minus offset, they have a Saturday night fun net. That gets underway at 9 p.m. They don't have as many check-ins as we do on this one, but that net is a lot more structured than this one. You got to check in a certain way, A through G, H through N. Well, I'm just saying that I don't know how they do it in the up on this net. But once again, the Saturday Night Fun Net is held on 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee. That has a PL of 127.3 minus offset. That net that gets underway at 9 o'clock. Okay, the Greene County Aries Racing Net is held every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, Wisconsin. That is a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott, K9YI checked. It's the net control of that net. He's not checked into this net as of yet, but it's a combination Aries, Races, and Ragtune net. Okay. The Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on a 147.375 repeater in Belvedere with a PL 100.0 plus offset. The Whiteside County Aries net meets on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL 114.8 minus offset. That antenna on that repeater is on the Illinois, 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower, so you shouldn't have any problems of getting into that repeater. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. here on this repeater, the weekly Monday night rah-rah info net. Larry, K9KCT, and I share the duties of net control. I had 9 check-ins this past Monday night. Folks, this Monday night net's been around for a long, long time. We do need more people checking into to that net. So, by all means, you're not doing anything, do check into that Monday night net. Let's get about 10, 20, or 30 people checking into that net. Oh, and immediately following the Monday night net, there's a code practice with Larry, K9KZT, the king of CW. Let's see. Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, the PL of 82.5 minus all is at the Lee County Aries Group holds its Monday evening net. Monday evenings at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in the Cal with the PL of 100.0 minus all is at the Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Cup holds its Monday evening net. Matt, one of the net control stations, he ran the net this past Monday. He always mentioned me, put me down as an honorary check, and you always mentioned the Friday night fun nets. Okay. Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater, we got the first of the 2 health and the tech nets. Let's see, Larry H9GO runs the Tuesday evening net, and I run the Thursday evening net. But both nets are held at 7 p.m. on this repeater. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise. If anybody has it is hoped that not too long down the road, we will be able to discontinue these health and tech nets. I think that they've served their purpose over the past couple of years, but I think it's time now we seriously consider permanently closing them down. Let's see, Tuesday evenings also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, the PL 123.0 minus offset. The Rock County Public Service net is held. Then don't forget, Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. on 28.390, 10 meters upper sideband. Rick, K9QDP holds the North America long wires net. I think he had 27 on the roster this past Tuesday. Good turnout. Then at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, the PL of 146.2 plus offset, the Ogle County Amateur Radio Network area Skywarn is held. I'll probably find out the results of tomorrow's VE testing session down in Sylvan Valley on the Tuesday evening net. So we'll see what happens. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our weekly Steams County Aries net. I'm the net control. I think I had 6 check-ins. The Greater Boyne Amateur Radio Cup holds its Wednesday evening net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyne, PL 123.0 plus offset. And I mentioned this earlier in the net, at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFD, and I share the duties of net control. The net runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. till all traffic is handled. And Mel, K9RFD, brings the Hampshire Radio news line. 15 minutes independent news broadcast of the entire Hampshire Radio. And finally, on the Senile net is held every day, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 1400 and 1500 hours Zulu, on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with what Chuck, WD9BB as your net control station. Okay, one moment, please. I gotta check. I got a few other nets I want to mention here. 70 degrees back in the year 2000. I'm watching the news on Channel 39. 22 years ago today, the high temperature in Rockford was 70 degrees. That was great. Okay, as you know, we are no longer holding a Saturn net on Thursday evenings on the 147.390 repeater. But I'll tell you a few other Saturn nets that are on the air. Excuse me. Okay, just a minute. Okay, first of all, the International Saturn net is held Monday through Saturday at 1500 hours Zulu on 14.265 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. The Central Territory Saturn net meets on Tuesdays at 1330 hours Zulu on 7.265 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. This is KC9GCR with a Friday Night Fun net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun net Center in Freeport. Are there any more stations you want to check in? Please call now.
KC9GCR. This is KC9YI, Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India, Scott and Monroe.
KC9YI, good evening, Scott. It's kind of a slow net tonight. You're checking a number 18. I don't have a topic tonight, so we're just doing a regular roundtable, what we did earlier. What's happening with you?
Okay, real good, Jim. There might be another station, too, trying to check in underneath you there a little bit. Anyway, our company just left and just getting ready to call it a night here. So, anyway, I did some shoveling, of course, this morning. We had about 4 inches of snow up here in Monroe. I don't know if that was about what you guys got down there or not, but it was enough. It was nice, fluffy snow, but it took a little while to get it off the driveways. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Contact. Got about 3.5 inches of snow here. Stand by, Scott. I want to get to the other station there. Sorry about it. Hey, other station want to check in, please come back.
KD9GDY, I just want a short query with Scott there if I want to get a chance.
Go right ahead. We're not forming that. Go ahead.
Scott, good to hear you on. This is KD9GDY, Jim, up here in Beloit. Hey, I don't know if you're going to the Hamfest there on the 27th at Jefferson, but if you do, make sure you stop by the SKCC booth. I know you're an SKCC member, and get your SKCC pin and sign in. And so I'd like to see you and meet you there in person. So I'll be manning the booth there. And it's actually right next to the Greater Beloit Amateur Club. It's got 3 or 4 tables there, too. But anyway, if you're going there, I hope to see you there. KD9GDY.
Yeah, real good, Jim. Thanks for the invite there. We'll keep that in mind. I don't know, we haven't made any definite plans, but Yeah, your March is coming up already. What, Tuesday is the 1st, so it'll be here before you know it. So anyway, back to net, KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Okay, sounds good there. Jim and Scott, okay, that sounds, Jim, thank you very much. See, we are not a formal net at all. We combine a lot of stuff. TechNet, SWATNet, DX Report, RagTune, you name it, we have it here on the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, well, Scott, nothing much happening here. There, of course, we listen to the Swiss show on the Mondays and Tuesday nights there with Martha Burnett. She sure is going to be missed. I called Big Radio. I'm sure you got hundreds of tapes there, recordings there. Let's see if we can't bring that show on there. He said, I'll talk to someone higher up about that.
Oh, real good, real good. I was just talking to the director of the Swiss Singers tonight. I think they're going to be singing for the funeral.
Yeah, I think the funeral is going to be held sometime next month there, from what I understand.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, is it the 14th? I'm not quite sure, Jim, but anyway, our friends, our good friends, Deb directs the Swiss Singers.
Okay, yeah, 14th will be on a Monday. So, okay, well, I guess we said she's been in the institution for many years up there, where she will definitely be missed. A lot of some of the hams in the Rockford area like to listen to that show, especially Larry K9KGT. So that's for sure. So she will surely be missed. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, she was really a swell lady, really nice gal, and very well liked here in Monroe, and of course was quite the performer too, with her accordion and her singing, and she was quite talented. And like I say, I can even remember her husband when I was a little kid. We'd go into their sausage and import house. They had a little shop, and getting the Swiss chocolate that was imported. It was, and of course they had a cheese shop too. They had some really good cheese. So anyway, yeah, we'll let you go there, Jim. And yeah, don't quote me on the date of that funeral. I'm not sure. It seems to me like that's kind of sticks in my head, but I might be wrong. And so I know it's not for a little while yet, but it's coming up. We were talking about it today a little bit. A lot of these groups haven't been singing for quite a long time because of COVID. And of course, singing was always kind of a bad thing about spreading COVID. So anyway, they haven't, practiced for a couple years. So anyway, maybe they'll get some practices in. Numbers are kind of coming down, but I don't know. We're still kind of staying away from big crowds, but it seems to be getting a lot better, and the numbers are getting a lot better. So hopefully maybe this bug will be gone for a while again. Anyway, I hope so, that we can get back to kind of normal life again. So anyway, we'll let you go there, Jim. Thanks for letting me in here. Have a good night. KC9GCR. This is KC9YI 73.
Okay, Scott. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for checking in. I was just saying there, hopefully this thing gets over with so we can discontinue the health and TechNet that we've been running here for a couple years on the Tuesdays and Thursday nights here. So, okay, Scott. Have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll definitely talk to you on Sunday night on your net.
Real good, Jim. 73 KC9YI.
Okay, at this time, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KC9 GCR, here's November 9, Chicago Northwestern, Mark. No traffic.
N9CNW, okay, Mark. Hey, what's going on with you? I didn't have a round table tonight, so what George? So I had just a regular round table. So it's how are things going with you?
KC9 GCR and 9CNW, all things are doing pretty good. Just sitting there watching some TV and staying inside where it's warm. And my son went out and did all the shoveling today, so I don't have to worry about that. And other than that, that's about it. Looking for a nice, calm, relaxing weekend. N9CNW, back to net.
Sounds good, Mark. Sounds good. Okay. Tonight, this is my weekend. Tonight, Friday night's my favorite night of the week for obvious reasons. Saturday and Sunday, I just couldn't care less. I think it all started when I was recovering from COVID down in Belvedere. Saturday and Sunday, no one came in for a therapy sessions or anything like that, and I wanted to get the hell out of there and come home. But I said that's the way it goes here. Hey, Mark, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you down the wall.
Sure thing, Jim. And everybody on the net, have a good, safe weekend and stay inside where it's going to be warm. N9 Chicago Northwestern, out.
7-3, I'm sure we'll hear you on the Monday Night Net. Thank you for checking in. Any more stations that want to check the Friday Night Fun Net this time, please call now.
K9 GCR, KD9GDY.
KD9GDY, go ahead, Jeff.
To hear Scott on there tonight, KC9YI, being up in Monroe. I used to hang out there a little bit in my younger years, and I played in a polka band for a number of years, and I played at Broadhead, Monroe, Argyle, all that whole area out there. I think we even got down to Freeport once in a while, high. But anyways, I think you're in Freeport, so you're probably pretty familiar with Monroe and the Monroe cheese days and all that. But I do want to mention, you guys talked about things being, set aside with the COVID, and that's exactly what happened to me when I was living in Fort Wayne. I've been back about 7 months now, the YL and myself. But anyway, I was playing lead trumpet in a big band down there, doing Glenn Miller stuff, and whatever, big band music, not necessarily Glenn Miller. We did many of the artists' charts there. But anyway, I got shut down, so I just want to say I am so grateful for ham radio to give us something to do while we were on lockdown, kind of. So, self-induced lockdown, but give us something to do indoors where you didn't have to get out in the crowds of people and all that. So, very, very thankful to be a ham radio operator and during that whole time. So, yeah, looks like the numbers are going away. KD9GDY.
I just heard on the news the mask mandate in Illinois. It's going to be lifted on Monday the 28th, and the schools, the U.S. Supreme Court said no to Governor Pritzker. He wanted to keep the mask mandate for schools. The court said no way, Jose. So the mask mandates for schools will be officially lifted on this coming Monday.
Good, Jimmy. I think, it's a double-edged sword there, kind of, with the mask, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not an expert by any means or anything, but I wonder how much the mask really helped as far as you picking up the virus and breathing air in and through and around that mask. But I do think it was pretty beneficial from spreading it. It kept a lot of them particles from spewing out into the atmosphere. So I think part of it was good, and part of it was maybe a little bit, I don't think the people, they might have felt pretty safe with wearing a mask, but I don't know how much it was really preventing people from breathing that stuff in if somebody wasn't wearing a mask and spewing it out. But that's my take on it. Everybody has their opinion, I'm sure, but that's where I come from. KD9GDY. Bye.
I never hardly wore a mask, not unless I had to. I said, you know what? I said, this is the good old U.S. of A. This isn't communist China. I said, there ain't no way in hell I'm wearing a mask, and I still don't. That's the way I looked at it. There too. So we'll just we'll just wait and see what happens. And I always said during Christmas time, and when Easter comes up too. When you sit down to your Easter dinner, stay the hell away from talking about masks and wearing masks or vaccinations. Because people are going to do what they're going to do regardless, and you're not going to change your mind. It's just like during the last two presidential elections. They were telling people, don't bring up politics when you sit down to the dinner table and your holiday dinner and what have you. Don't bring up vaccinations or mask mandates either.
Yeah, I think everybody should have the right to choose to do what they want. I always felt like, well, if you don't want to get sick or anything, don't go out and don't be around people or any of that. You know, you have to just kind of take it upon yourself to be safe in whatever you felt comfortable with. So I believe in freedom, that's for sure. KD9GDY.
You bet. Hey, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, and keep the people of Ukraine in your thoughts and prayers. You're going to need all the help and all the blessings you can give them.
Absolutely. 7-3 there then, Jimmy. I'll listen out. KD9GDY.
Brother E, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Talk to you later. Any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay. That's right. What did I do in my paper? I was reading. Just a minute here. I gotta find my papers here. I was reading some of the other about the other nets in here. If I can find my paperwork. Oh well. Here we go. As I was saying, I'm going to repeat these Salvation Army Saturn nets again. International Saturn net meets on Monday through Saturday at 1500 hours Zulu on 14.265 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. Central Territory Saturn net meets on Tuesdays at 1330 hours Zulu on 7.265 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. If you're able to pick up a couple of the Chicago repeaters, West Metro Chicago Saturn net meets on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. local time on the 145.310 repeater in Wheaton, Illinois. That has a PL of 107.2 minus offset. The East Metro Chicago Saturn net meets on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. local time on the CFMC 146.760 repeater in Chicago. That has a PL of 107.2 minus offset. Okay, now you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local nets, support your local net control operators, support your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means, support your local clubs. Well, at this time, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, well, I'm trying to put my paperwork again away here, so that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I wanted to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Contact Ricky W9AXD or Bradley. I gotta look up his call sign. He's got an 8 call now. They'll get you signed up. You see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net. You see updated pictures of my ham shack. You see weather information and what have you. So, of course, and if you want to hear this after Mike, K9MED will post the net after we get done here. You can listen to past editions of the Friday Night Fun. Just go to Friday Night Fun Net Central on your Facebook page and follow the instructions. With the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, every night is Friday night. You can listen to You can listen to that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Listen to the Friday Night Fun Net every night of the week. They want to tell you about Friday Night Fun Net Central Online, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop telephone. We have not had any check-ins so far during the net on the phone. And when I'm transmitting, you hear it ring, that's a real telephone ring, folks. Not that phony baloney cell phone ring. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. Okay, at this time, any more stations want to check in? Please call now.
AC9 GCR K9FLO.
K9FLO. Hello, Dean. How you doing?
I almost forgot the net tonight, so I'm almost got in trouble. I'm doing good tonight, Jimmy. I hope everything's going well. Nice that we had some snow. Hopefully it may be the last time that we have to do any, I had to get my little snowblower out and do some cleaning, but at this time of the year, I don't mind doing it, so I guess that's a good thing. So how's Friday Night Fun Net going? How many check-ins have you had so far?
This is K9 GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. So far, you got 18 check-ins, 20 check-ins overall. I had one station checking on the phone earlier today, another one that I talked to you, and me put them down. So 18 overall, and of course during the net I've got a total of 20 stations overall. And I've yet to do my honorary check-ins. So far, I've had 18 stations at check-ins. Not a bad turnout at all.
Yeah, not bad at all. Sounds good. You know, I got a feeling that a number of people are still kind of watching the tube and the events going on in Ukraine. So that's, I think, on a lot of people's mind. Gives a new, not new, but changes happening and all that stuff. So, otherwise, didn't do much tonight. Didn't go down for fish fry or anything. Decided to stay home, and I shouldn't say totally. We went to Subway and got a tuna subs instead, so we met our Friday requirements. KC9 GCR K9FLO.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Dean. Yeah, that might be, I was thinking, that might be a topic. You mentioned fish fries. That should be a topic for some future Friday Night Fun Net. If I want fish that bad, I'll go next door to Long John Silver's. Here in Freeport, we have a Kentucky Fried Chicken Long John Silver's restaurant there. The food, the fish and stuff are good, but I'll tell you what, I'll eat it, but I'm not really that big on fish.
Oh, you just got to have good fish, Jimmy. That'll get you turned around. I don't know if the fast food fish is that good. You know, just mentioning that, they used to have down in McChesney Park, they had a Kentucky, I think it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, and the other half of it was Long John Silver. They had a fire there, and they never they rebuilt the chicken side of it, but not the Long John Silver side of it. So I don't know where they have one at anymore. Well, they probably got them, I'm sure, across the line from me there in Beloit. But that's don't see those places. It's like Colonel Sanders. There's not many of those anymore, like there used to be. Used to be very popular. I guess back when the health concerns quite as priority on the list. There, Jimmy, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Well, with the virus going on, we go over here next door. They're short on staff. Sometimes I'll go there. Sometimes they have the door locked. Other days they have it open or something like that. But yeah, well, no, their chicken is good. We know what I like to do. I like to get the chicken tenders, and I have them put honey barbecue sauce on those tenders. Oh, that's what makes them taste good. Their coleslaw and macaroni and cheese or sweet corn or whatever. That's good too. And of course, with the fish there, I like the fish, but I also like the shrimp too. And of course, I have my own tartar sauce and put the shrimp sauce on it too. I think that's what makes the taste and the shrimp taste a lot better when you put that sauce on and other whatever.
So you're talking about that now, and now I'm getting hungry again, and I was very pleased that I was very comfortable this evening, and now you've got my appetite going again. It all sounds good. I do enjoy my fish. It doesn't matter if it's processed or not. Fresh is great, but this time of the year it's not very easy. Let's see. So yeah, that's what's been happening here. Kind of quiet today. Got the driveway cleared for the snow, and this might be one of the last snowfalls for this season anyway. This is pretty rare. I can't remember of ever having this lean of a February. I'm not complaining. I like it, but this, I guess we'll see what happens.
Alex Kirchner from Channel 13 was saying that January we had the most snow there, and like December and this month, no, we had little, but they're way down as far as what we should have as far as moisture and what have you. So we'll just see what happens. Well, next week we're supposed to have well above normal temperature. So I guess the groundhog was right. I guess we're going to have an early spring.
Oh darn!
Excuse me. Well, I go by Jimmy the Groundhog in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, and Woodstock Willie over in Woodstock. I don't go by that Punxsutawney Phil. He was calling for 6 more weeks of winter. I don't go by him at all. I always go by the local groundhog.
Jimmy, I gotta jump out of here. I got a power problem here. I had everything just shut off on me and came back online, so something's happening. So let me cut it short here. Say 73s to you, and catch you this time next week. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, I noticed there was a little bit of a hissing sound there with your signal for the last few minutes here. They didn't happen when you first started talking, but then for the last about 5 minutes or so, it was I've heard that noise. 7-3, Dean, we'll catch you next Friday night. We'll definitely try to catch you on the Tuesday night, net too. K9GCR, 7-3, have a good evening.
Jimmy, 7-3s, K9FLO.
Are there any more stations who want to check the Friday night fun at this time? Please go now.
KC9GCR, K9NQD.
Yeah, I read the DX Code of Conduct and the Contester's Code of Ethics. Now I'm going to read the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly, slow and patient to sending when requested, kindly, friendly advice, and confident beginner, kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. 6. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony N9RFD always used to say, something to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself. And you can bet the ham radio operators over in Ukraine are they're you know they're on the air. They're having their local nets going. They're passing out instructions. Again, keep the people of Ukraine in your thoughts and prayers. They're going to need every blessing and all the blessings and help you can give. Okay, at this time, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KCR, TCR, N9NQD.
N9NQD, this is K9GCR. Hello.
Hi, I screwed up your collar. And a little bit of a frog in my throat. Yeah, I got a little bit of snow, huh? All nice and sparkly. Yeah, I got rid of it with the old snow thrower this morning and did quite a bit, got everything done. Yeah, I don't know. We've had snow up until April that I can recall. I was listening there to the other station that was talking. They said, you think this might be the last bit of snow? Well, I won't hold my breath on that one.
Oh, sure, we've had snow in April before. Oh, let's see. I'll tell you what. I was just completing my junior year in high school back in 1966. We had a lot of snow. I think this was in the month of May. We had snow on the ground, and it got cold there too. And right after the Belvedere tornado in 1967, there we ended up with a few inches of snow on the ground too. So it can snow as late as May too, April or May.
Yeah, it has in the past. So, heard you talking about fish. Is there a Culver's over in your neck of the woods?
Yes, we have a Culver's. It's on the south edge of Freeport. In fact, about 5 years ago, I think it was Justin K9FBO, and I think I was Mike H9JZ. I was over at Freeport at the CP5 command post at the it was Easter weekend on Saturday, day before Easter. It was very warm that year in 2017. We went over there. They brought me home. That was the first time I had ever eaten at Culver's. That was a good place there too.
Not sure. They've got the North Atlantic cod there always. But right now, during the season of Lent, they have walleye there. And if you get a chance, you go to Culver's and order that walleye. Or you can get a walleye sandwich. You don't have to get the meal with the mashed potatoes and gravy like I do, and green beans and onions. That's the way I like it. But you can get the sandwich, and I like it. It's really good.
Okay, well that's good to hear. I think maybe that should be the topic of the future Friday Night Fun Net. What kind of fish do you like? Maybe that's what. Maybe it might something to be. Maybe I might bring it up next Friday night. We'll see what happens.
That sounds good. Then the other thing I heard you say about unusual contacts. Well, I got some stories to tell you. Even before you got on this band, old Tomcat, I could tell you a couple of stories. Really interesting.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead. Oh, just a minute. This is K9RFD the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at?
Chained up down in the basement.
That's for sure. Okay, lockdown. At this moment, Winnebago County Jail is going on lockdown. They every night at this time they go on lockdown. Kerry K9MED was telling me he listens to some of the jail frequencies on scanners. And at 10 o'clock every night they say lockdown. Okay, go ahead with your story there.
Okay, one day I was working a guy over toward the north and west, and another guy broke in and said, "Hey, good evening, Art, how you doing?" I said, "Yeah, pretty good." Didn't recognize the voice, but he was coming out of West Chicago. I don't know if you know where that's at or not, or heard of it. So I swung my beam around at that time to get West Chicago. Couldn't pick him up. Lost him completely. So I swung back around to the northwest, got in there again. He was talking to the guy that I heard initially. And then I keyed up the mic, and then he heard me again. And I'm thinking, this is really odd. I come to find out I was working on what they call backscatter.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
From a friend of his, they mailed me a certificate. They had a caveman with a big old bat, and I got it around here somewhere. I got a few certificates from that era. I got one from Hawaii I really kind of cherish. Hawaiian Diamond Islands, they called them at that time, and some others. But there was a friend of mine up in Madison, and I think I never saw so many certificates on the wall as what this guy had. It was just unbelievable. But that's a story for another time. What's my number? I'm just curious. How many check-ins tonight?
You're number 21 there. It was kind of a slow net to begin with there tonight anyway.
Yeah, it was. I listened a little bit initially, and you were going there. Boy, they were fast and furious there for a while. You do good when you take them like that. I like the way that you handle that. You get the call. Yeah, I'll get back to you a little later. Okay, this call, and yeah, we'll have you back in. And then the third one and the fourth one. I like the way you do that. You got that down pat.
Well, thank you very much. I sure appreciate that. Back last year when I was in the Belvedere recuperating from COVID there, let's see, Larry K9KZT, Kerry K9MED, and Rick K9QDP filled in for me. They ran that net, the Friday Night Fun net, exactly the way I would run it. But they did great jobs. I made them my backup net control operators in the unlikely event that I can't do that for one reason or another.
Sure. I like the way you do it. And right from the get-go. Yeah, and always told such to everybody and always felt such. So, well, I'm going to get out of here. It's past 10, and I'm going to see what they got on the news about, like they said about the Ukraine. Putin just wants to take over. Our troops are in Poland. Those people are fleeing from the Ukraine to Poland. And if he pulls another stunt, then there's going to be a war. Then you're going to really see some action. But I think he's just after Ukraine right now, and that's it. Especially after that stint he did a few years back to take the South. He's just power hungry. But that's another story.
Yeah, well, the news on Channel 17 right now, that's what they're talking about. So, okay, Art, I'm gonna let you go. I'm watching the news. I got my TV on here. I'm watching the 10 o'clock news too. So, okay, Art, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Day. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk.
Fine. Catch you later. KC9GCR and 9NQD.
Okay, are there any more stations that'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Day at this time? Please call now. Okay, at this time I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. N9ARB, Tony. 8C for honorary check-in, and his better half, Tracy. N9TAB, 8C honorary check-in. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott, 8E9, Silver Fox. God. 8C honorary check-in, and one of the best guys in the world. He doesn't check in often, but he listens every Friday night. Richard in Belvedere. N9ZO. 8C honorary check-in. Oh yeah. Rick. KD9. QDP. 8C honorary check-in. Okay, let's see. KD9OVJ. John McConnell. 8C honorary check-in. He studied to become a firefighter, getting back on the McConnell Fire Department. He's also studying for get his EMT certification. So, okay. Then let's see. Who else? Did I forget somebody? Oh, yeah. W9AXD Kevin. 8C honorary check-in. Okay. Count says at 28 check-ins overall. Do you have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or additional input they'd like to bring before the net? Well, this concludes our main business for tonight. So, I want to thank the members of RAH, let's see, Kirk, KD9MED, the Repeater Chairman. Oh, you know what? I got to check him in. KD9MED. 8C honorary check-in. Can't forget him. And Mike. AC9KZ. 8C honorary check-in. 30 check-ins overall. Okay. Like at this time, I'm going to run down the list of stations who've checked in so far. Starting with Justin, K9FDO, checked in on the phone earlier. And K9LOA, Brandon and McConnell for early bird check-in. Now these are the stations who checked in so far during the net. WX9RLT, AE9VU, K9HKX, K9KGT, W9QQ, KD9EPZ, B9PCA, W9PJ, W9JTC, H9NW, KD9MED was recording this live streaming on the internet, recording it for future broadcast of Friday Night Fun at Facebook page, N9GBP, K9MAP, H9GO, KD9GDY, KC9YI, N9CNW, K9FLO, N9NQD. Alright, and these are my honorary check-ins. N9ARB, N9TAB, A9SF, N9CO, K9QDP, KD9OBJ, W9KLG, KE9N, AC9JZ. Oh, God, made it. All right. Oh, and myself. I forget KC9GCR. I didn't check myself in. And I'm the net control, too. Any station want to check in, please go on. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts, uncles, your nieces, your nephews. Be sure you tell your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher and your baker and your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer. Be sure you tell your garage mechanic. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO when you go to the post office to buy stamps or envelope. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter there. Tell your tax consultant about the Friday Night Fun. The tax season is here. Okay, be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your ayatollahs, your imams, and your mullahs. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Okay, be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun. And more check-ins appear than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you raise your fist or take a knee during the national anthem, we don't take your check-ins. You don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. Okay. Well, folks, I think I'm just going to go ahead and proceed and close this down. I think we've completed our main business for the night. So, with that, this is the last call for checking the Friday Night Fun Net for anywhere in the region. With or without traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet. Okay. Next week at this time, I'm sure I'll be using my new desk mic on my Yaesu radio. There'll be a whole lot of difference there. So, okay. Tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, we hope, for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, closing down this February 25th, 2022 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Return the repeater to frequency normal and radio use at 10:11 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 hours 11 minutes Zulu time, with a total of 31 check-ins. That's not final, folks. I may add a few more. We'll see what happens. 7-3s, everybody. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. This is K9GCR. Wish you all a very pleasant good night. KD9MED, K9MED, K-Sun GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it. I had a 2-hour 11-minute net, total of 31 check-ins. Go ahead and post it.
All right, copy that, Jimmy. The live stream's already posted, and we'll go ahead and shut it down.
Okay, thanks for all you do, Mike. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you next Friday night, not before. K-Sun GCR record.